Welcome back to my channel, guys. Today's video is going to be on my favorite rose fragrances from my collection. So if you're interested in seeing what those are, then stay tuned. Also, if you're new here, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future fragrance related content. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and let's get right into today's video. Okay, so before we get started, guys, I just thought I would share with you the color that I'm wearing on my nails today. I do get a lot of questions about what nail polish I'm wearing in my videos. Please excuse my scratch. My cat and I were playing and she got her claws out and I got a little bit too close and she snagged me in a couple of places. But this color of nail polish is called Just Brew It, and this is from the Sally Hansen Miracle Gel line, which I really like. You guys know that I pretty much always try to choose these really nude colors, and yeah, I just really like them. I think they're very classy and they go with everything, and you don't have to do too many coats because it's similar enough to your own skin color that if you don't do too many coats, it doesn't stand out really crazy like white or something like that would. So yeah, this is one of my absolute favorite nail polish colors, so that is called Just Brew It. Okay guys, so before we get started with my actual top favorite rose fragrances, I do have an honorable mention, and that is Delina. Now, some people will think that it's crazy to have Delina as an honorable mention and not one of my top favorites, but I am always very transparent with you guys, and I have to say that I like the fragrance of Delina. I really do like it, but it's not one of my absolute favorites, and I actually like this more for the bottle than for anything. It is a nice fragrance. I have worn it. It does project. It does last quite a long time. It's really pretty. But yeah, it's not one of my top favorites. I would really still like Delina Exclusive, but I would like to try it before I buy it. Yes, so that is my honorable mention. If you guys haven't smelt Delina, or if you don't know what the notes are, this is a very woody, incensey rose fragrance. There is also lychee and rhubarb in the opening. So when you first spray it, you do get kind of a sour tart opening, and it's quite delightful. It's quite bright and fruity and sweet, and then as it continues to change, it does become a little bit more rosy, more incensey. It is a really nice, really unique fragrance, but not one of my favorites. So that is my honorable mention. That is Delina. Okay, so first on my list is Coco Mademoiselle. Now this one is not super high in the rose content, but there is rose in here, and because I don't have that many rose fragrances, I wanted to include it. But this is primarily for me a mandarin and patchouli fragrance. If you haven't smelled Coco Mademoiselle, which I'm sure that you have, this is a very sophisticated, classy, semi-sweet, really dense in the patchouli. Sometimes I think it's a little bit soapy. It's very office appropriate, very daytime appropriate, really good for a signature scent. I really like Coco Mademoiselle. This is one that had to grow on me when I first bought it because I was so new to the world of fragrances when I first smelled this, like a few months back. And yes, I've only been doing this for a few months. But this one for me was almost, I don't know, it must have been the patchouli maybe. It was almost a little bit too much for me when I first smelt it, but the more that I have broadened my horizons, I guess, in the world of perfumery, the more that I appreciate it and absolutely love it. And yeah, this is one of my favorites for sure. It doesn't look like I wear it much. I have worn a little bit of it, but I just have so many perfumes, but this is still one of my favorites. I also have the Coco Mademoiselle Intense, which I absolutely love, and I cannot wait to wear it for the fall and the winter. It's very sweet and it's very dense and very heavy, so I'm looking forward to that one for the winter. Okay, next on my list is Miss Dior from Dior, and again, this one isn't super heavy on the rose, but there is a little bit of rose in here, and I don't have that many very rose focused fragrances. The next two that are coming up are a lot more heavy on the rose. So this one is more, again, a patchouli, a mandarin, but there is some rose in here. There's a couple of other notes. I believe that there is some jasmine as well, and this is the 2012 version. I've had a lot of people comment and say that they think it looks very similar to the 2017, but this one actually was quite yellow when I got it. It's just changed a little bit because of the sweetness, and just because I've had this one for longer, so it has changed a little bit. This is one of my favorite daytime fragrances, hands down. As I am kind of expanding my collection, I'm finding more daytime fragrances that I'm starting to like just as much as this one. So I will have to do an updated top 10 for life, probably in about 6 months, I would say. But this one up to date has been one of my absolute favorite daytime fragrances. This one to me is sweet, it is sophisticated, it's classy, it's good for the office, but you could also wear it on a date. It's just very pretty and very elegant all the way around. Absolutely beautiful. It's one of the very first Dior fragrances I ever purchased, and it's just been on my top, probably my top 5 favorite perfumes for a really, really long time. The bottle is also very, very pretty. I've been told that the 2017 version is not quite as good as this one. I have yet to smell the 2017 because the store that I purchased this from told me that they still have older stock, so I don't think they have the new one in. And I do get a lot of people asking if I can ship, like buy it and ship it, but I'd be reluctant to do that because I don't know, I'd rather just put the store in the box for you to check out because I don't want to be responsible for sending you the wrong one or something like that. But anyway, this is one of my favorite rose fragrances. Absolutely love it. That is Miss Dior. Okay, now this one is my second favorite rose fragrance in my entire collection. There are a few rose fragrances out there that I really want to smell, including Tom Ford Rose Prick. As for the roses I've smelt in my life, this is absolutely one of my favorites. So this is also a very heavy bottle. I might have to put it down in a moment. This is Mancera Roses Venere. This fragrance, you guys, is mind-blowingly good. It is so, so good. It's very, very strong. It's very thick. This smells like roses dripping in sugar. It's just very, very sweet, very rich, it's just intoxicating. Like if you smell this, you'll know what I mean. It's just very rich. It's very dense, a very dense, sweet vanilla rose. This will last forever. It will project like crazy. If you spray this on paper or on your skin, it will fill up the room. You'll be able to smell it for days. If you have a shower, you can still smell it on your skin when you get out of the shower. It is that fragrance. So this bottle is 120 mils. I did get this from, I believe, Fragrance Net, but you can get it on perfumeonline.ca, fragrancebuy.ca. It's quite expensive, I think, like right from the Mancera website, but if you get it from a discount site, you can get a really, really good deal, and I highly recommend it, you guys. This is one of the highest quality rose vanilla fragrances it's one of the highest quality fragrances in general that I've ever smelled. It's intoxicating. It is so good. I cannot wait to wear this in the fall and winter. I do think that it's a little bit too rich for the summertime. I think it would be very cloying, especially in the high heat. You might be able to get away with it for like the evening. And where would I wear this? I would wear this when I was going to be close to somebody. I would wear this when I really wanted to make a statement. It's just really, really amazing. This would be a compliment getter for sure. I really wish I worked in a place that I could actually wear perfume. Yeah, definitely check out Roses Venere if you guys have not. It is 100% one of my favorite intoxicating rose fragrances. And finally, you guys, this is one of my favorite rose fragrances of all time. This is Chloe Absolue de Parfum from Chloe. Now, if you've been following my channel for any length of time, you know that a few months back I did a video talking about Chloe fragrances, and I was talking about Chloe Absolue, the Chloe Eau de Parfum, the Roses de Chloe, and I really was not in love with Chloe fragrances at that time. I don't know why, but my tastes have changed so much in the last 5 or 6 months. I think just because I have gotten so many new perfumes, and when you smell more fragrances and when you start to kind of have a broader perspective about how they smell, I think you develop a better appreciation for certain ones. Like I used to think that Chloe was very unremarkable and just too light and just not my thing. I used to be very into the really dense, heavy vanilla orientals, which I still am. I still really love a good gourmand fragrance or a good oriental fragrance. However, I cannot tell you how much I am loving a nice, clean, fresh rose fragrance. I'm just head over heels with the Chloes at this point in my life. I have a couple of Chloe fragrances on the way. I will share those with you when they come. But Chloe Absolue de Parfum is 3 notes. This is rose, patchouli, and vanilla. So for being a fragrance that's quite light, like most of the Chloe fragrances are, they do have kind of a lightness about them. They're not super intense, they're not super sweet. They're just very pretty florals. And for being a lighter fragrance, relatively speaking, this one has quite a lot of presence. This one does project, it does last on my clothing for a really, really long time. I can smell it on myself throughout the day as I'm going about my business. When I first got it, I wasn't sure that anybody could smell it on me, but I have been complimented a couple of times wearing this, and I can just smell it on myself when I'm getting in and out of the car, in and out of buildings, and I know that it smells really nice and really lovely. So this is a very classy floral daytime perfume. To me, it has a bit of a soapy smell. A lot of people, including myself, have described it as smelling like a spa soap. It has kind of a vanilla rose, kind of a spa soap smell. It just smells very clean, very ladylike, very lovely. It's beautiful. It still has that signature Chloe vibe. It's got that rose. Like, to me, this smells very, very similar to the original Chloe, but just a little bit more vanilla, a little bit less complex, and then it's got that patchouli in there as well. So this is a really beautiful one. This is one you just have to try. I wouldn't say go out and buy it blindly unless you love Chloe and you just are obsessed with Chloe and you collect it, then go ahead, it's beautiful. But you can see that I've actually put a pretty good dent into this bottle. I've been wearing it a lot lately, and this is one of my absolute favorite perfumes, like, of all time. I'm actually quite obsessed with Chloe right now. So that is the last one on my roses list. That is Chloe Eau de Parfum. So that's it for today's video, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed seeing my favorite rose fragrances. Please let me know down below, because I really want to get into more rose fragrances. I would like to know some niche options. I would like to know what your favorite rose fragrances are. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I will see you guys all next time. Bye for now.